Are you looking for the best motherboards? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best motherboards on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. NZXT N7B650E Gaming Wi-Fi 6 Motherboard. When one looks for a feature-rich AMD motherboard, a mid-range chipset would not be the first to come to mind. Thankfully, AMD's B650E chipset is a bit misleading in terms of what it is capable of based strictly on price alone. The NZXT N7B650E Gaming Wi-Fi motherboard is more than just an exception to the rule. For B650E motherboards, however, it can handle some of AMD's best CPUs, like the Ryzen 9 7950X divided by 7950 times 3D with ease. The motherboard is made by Osrock, but it seems to have significant design input from NZXT that makes it relatively unique as it pushes a minimalistic, clean white-on-black design that is arguably better than most of its competition. The NZXT N7B650E comes with an excellent networking stack that includes Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, and 2.5G Ethernet, ensuring that all users' gaming needs are met. Thanks to headers on the board and at the rear of the motherboard, it also features the ability to sustain as many as 20 USB ports. With an excellent 16+2+1 phase power delivery system, the NZXT N7B650E can handle overclocking of both the CPU and the memory sticks reasonably well, while offering tight integration with NZXT's CAM software that ensures enthusiasts building around NZXT gear would be interested in centering their builds around this particular motherboard. All in all, the NZXT N7B650E Gaming Wi-Fi 6 motherboard is a capable performer with a premium design, catering to gamers, enthusiasts, and creators. While it is a bit hard to get it at MSRP at times at certain retailers, it is still one of the best-looking motherboards in the market, has PCIe 5.0 support for a GPU, and plenty of expansion potential in terms of storage if one decides to go that route. It also comes in black, for those not willing to invest in a white-colored build this time around. Number 2. Gigabyte X670E Aorus Master Motherboard. The Gigabyte X670E Aorus Master is Game Rant's best overall pick for the Ryzen 9 7950X 3D processor. While the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D is aimed at a different tier of consumers that focuses primarily on gaming, it is still one of the best motherboards in the business. Therefore, it makes an appearance as one of the best performing motherboards available for the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D processor. With excellent VRM design, a very versatile connectivity suite topped off by Wi-Fi 6E support, and dedicated heat spreaders for each M2 slot, the X670E Aorus Master comes packed with features that both gamers and creators would appreciate. The ability to overclock RAM past 8000 MHz is also a plus for the motherboard, which works significantly in its favor for gamers who will look to eke out as much performance as possible from the DDR5 platform down the line. All in all, the Gigabyte X670E Aorus Master is an extremely versatile and capable motherboard that is truly the complete package one should get if they can splurge on a processor. It would, however, help if they make sure they have a case to go with what is an above-average size EATX motherboard. It also trades at a decent discount over MSRP at both Amazon and Newegg currently, making it a better offering than many of its more expensive X670E-based counterparts in 2024. Number 3. MSI MPG B650i Edge Wi-Fi. One of the standout features of MSI MPG B650i Edge Wi-Fi lies in its support for Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2, providing fast and reliable wireless connectivity. The motherboard also includes a 2.5 gigabits Ethernet port for high-speed wired networking. For storage, it offers 2 PCIe 4.0 M.2 slots and 4 SATA 3 ports, which is impressive for a mini ITX board, allowing you to connect multiple high-speed drives. The rear I/O panel features a variety of ports, including a 20 gigabits per second USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 Type-C port, 3 10 gigabits per second USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, and 2 5 gigabits per second USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports. There is also an HDMI 2.1 output for video, making it workable for different setups. The board's design incorporates several DIY-friendly features such as PCIe steel armor for durability, an easy debug LED for troubleshooting, and a pre-installed I/O shield. Thermal management is also well handled with extended heat sinks, a heat pipe, and dedicated thermal pads for the MOSFETs and M.2 slots, ensuring efficient heat dissipation. MSI's proprietary software suite, including MSI Center and Mystic Light, allows for easy system monitoring and customization, enhancing both performance and aesthetics. Number 4. Gigabyte X670E Aorus Pro X. For users looking for an all-white PC build in 2024, one can't really go wrong with the Gigabyte X670E Aorus Pro X. It packs PCIe 5.0 support for both its GPU and storage options in addition to excellent power delivery in tow, thanks to a 16+2+2 phase digital VRM. It also has plenty of expansion slots on the board, which are complemented by a capable networking stack that offers Wi-Fi 7, 2.5G Ethernet, and BT 5.3. With what is one of the most pleasing aesthetics money can buy on the AM5 platform currently, while also being a very competitive mid-range motherboard thanks to its competitive pricing versus older X670E motherboards. The Gigabyte X670E Aorus Pro X makes for one of the best value high-end motherboards currently available to end users. Gigabyte's RGB software, however, is still woefully limited in 2024, and most users are recommended to consider third-party solutions, such as Signal RGB or even Razer's Synapse for better control of RGB across their components. At the same time, some users are reporting issues with the Wi-Fi adapter on board the Gigabyte X670E Aorus Pro X, which could be an issue for users aiming to go about their work wirelessly, even though most gamers prefer a wired Ethernet connection. Number 5. Gigabyte B650i Aorus Ultra. Users who require a more compact motherboard can turn to the capable and relatively inexpensive Mini ITX B650i Aorus Ultra motherboard, which packs in an impressive number of features for a price that is considerably lower than alternatives, with more powerful B650E/X670/X670E chipsets. The motherboard also offers superior durability compared to many of its counterparts, including a reinforced steel socket for a discrete GPU to slot into. It offers a generous amount of connectivity for its form factor, covering all the necessities such as Wi-Fi 6E, 2.5G Ethernet, and Bluetooth 5.3, even as it offers more storage options, triple M.2 slots and quad SATA ports, to bolster its use case for HTPCs while offering PCIe 5.0 connectivity for the primary M.2 socket. At the same time, given its limited space, the motherboard does cut down on its VRM offerings to a more entry-level approach to match its chipset, but one that slightly underwhelms versus the Ultra moniker it carries. Meanwhile, users seem to have issues such as prolonged boot sequences that can somewhat dim their experiences, even after multiple BIOS updates. Number 6. ASRock X670E Taichi Carrara. For users looking for a premium AMD motherboard, the X670E based ASRock Taichi Carrara has them more than covered. As premium as they come in terms of build quality and looks, the ASRock even throws in a free limited edition fan into the mix. With some of the best power delivery mechanisms in the business to power anything up to a Ryzen 9 7950X divided by 7950 times 3D or their successors down the road. At the same time, it comes well equipped with connectivity, offering comprehensive PCIe 5.0 compatibility, Wi-Fi 6E, BT 5.3, as well as 2.5G Ethernet in tow. This, in addition to 8 SATA ports and USB 4 ports on offer, means that the ASRock X670E Taichi Carrara is one of the most future-proof options available on the market, although it costs upwards of $500 currently. While it is priced at a premium, it does cost considerably less than most of its competition's flagship X670E motherboards, which can range from $650 to upwards of $900 for some of the highest-end models, making it a relative bargain compared to motherboards like Asus's ROG Crosshair X670E Extreme. Number 7. AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. The AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D is an 8-core, 16-thread gaming CPU that offers the best gaming performance any current generation CPU can offer, including the much more expensive Intel Core i9-13900K/KS and even the AMD Ryzen 9 7950X and its X3D variant, the Ryzen 9 7950X3D. It does so by leveraging the large amount of stacked L3 cache to compute data much faster in a way that ensures better gaming performance than most of its peers. While productivity performance gains are negligible and the lower clocks to adjust with the 3D V-cache's thermal limitations tend to make it a poor multi-core processor for most benchmarks, it offers the fastest gaming performance a CPU is capable of currently, establishing a significant lead in multiple titles, making it an excellent gaming CPU. This makes it an excellent recommendation to power users, enthusiasts, and gamers, provided that gaming is the primary use case for the PC in question. More options if users are on the fence about which motherboard to get for the 7800X3D, and would like more options to decide, they can also revisit Game Rant's guide on the best motherboards for the Ryzen 9 7950X3D. It features some more premium offerings than the current list, but all of those would serve users well with a Ryzen 7 7800X3D if they are willing to pay the price.